We were sick at basic exposure, so bloody noses, rashes. So we started almost immediately to pack our things, and not only that, but on a business level, nobody wanted to buy animals from that area. It would have been different if we had been in a situation where we manufactured like steel parts for springs or something, but we sold you an item that was alive and in your home. We had the means as a family, we pulled together. We've always worked together as a group, so we made it happen. But the last day, it was kind of like a happiness, like coming out of the cocoon and moving on in life and the next chapter kind of thing, which I was cool with. But when I left my house there in East Palestine, that was tough because I had to leave behind my dogs that were buried there, my kids going to prom, taking pictures on the front steps of the house, bringing their first girlfriends there, just birthday parties and the neighbors that had passed, and thinking about things that had happened over the years. Since then, my wife and I have gravitated and moved toward Tennessee as full-time residents. We have sold that house, which it took a long time to sell the house, and it took almost 16 months to sell it. Lost approximately 25 to 30% of its value. As human beings, the innate ability to live and want the same things, which are safety and good food and housing and people that love you around you and things, I think that part of it down there is great. I mean, we are surrounded by really good people, and there's family there now, and we're kind of thankful for the fact that we have that ability. But yeah, it changes your routine. But with that being said, you also gain some things like a sense of security, knowing that maybe your grandkids aren't exposed to, thousands of pounds of carcinogenic chemicals. It's non-polluted, so I like that. It makes me feel better about being alive, I guess. I think the answer to me when I see someone suffer, whether it's in East Palestine or anywhere, is I use, first of all, compassion. I mean, if you can't put yourself in someone's position and be compassionate, then that's the first step to being able to help, whether it's mentally, physically, financially. So you got to be compassionate. You either have a good heart or you don't. If we're talking justice and making people whole, in my opinion, it would have been just very simply give them back their property value they had prior to this, their atmosphere they had prior to this, their ability to shop and have the local businesses, their sense of security without living around carcinogenic chemicals. To make somebody whole too, you can never go back in and erase a scar mentally that somebody has been through PTSD or something like that. But what you can do is you can say to them, you know what, we're going to help you move on. And that to me would have helped this situation become whole. And instead it was, let's pretend it just didn't happen, which is wrong. So I think being away from it for me was a good thing, especially for my mental health. Some people, though, didn't have a chance to leave or maybe could not leave and they had to stay. And a lot of folks were forced to be in division. So I try to understand both sides, but I think for me it was a good thing mentally to be away from it. I was just fortunate enough to be able to leave,